nothing more than lying, murdering, deceiving, enslaving beasts. And they are demonic to the maximum.
Short years ago.
These are the steps that we must take.
There are plenty of steps we can take
right
now
to start getting our economy back on track.
To help create jobs and grow this economy. If we are going to deal with our dependence on foreign oil, if we're going to end our dependence on foreign oil, we'll recruit an army of new teachers. I want to recruit an army of new teachers. Make college affordable. Make college more affordable and repair our crumbling roads and bridges. We've got crumbling roads and bridges. Tonight, more Americans are out of work. We still got friends out there, family, who are looking for work.
It's at a time when so many people are struggling to keep up.
A moment when so many people are still struggling. If you are willing to work with me, if you're willing to work even harder in this election, then I promise you, change will come.
Shall we play a game?
Say something. Say something.
I will attempt to elaborate on this con game the Zionists are playing against everyone, as these Caucasians are being beat down by government forces because they, in their innocence, did not know that under the system of the Illuminati's fascist New World Order, protests are illegal. So people, I call this section the con, because it allows you to see just how these Illuminati demons manipulate the naive and ignorant Gentiles, particularly when they are trying to understand something, this cosmic and galactic information, which is...
See, let me explain to you what he's saying. What he's saying is that the sunlight is starting in people, and people are saying, wait a minute, these motherfuckers, this is not right. See, you guys has been asleep because we've been way down into the areas of low consciousness, but as we're rising, the sunlight sigils is coming in and having its effect on white people too. So white people are saying, wait a minute, this is not right. I can see things. You guys your senses are becoming alive now, right? So this is why they had a concentration camp, because there's too many people that they relied on staying on their side to help them oppress the black people and non-white people. But the white people is waking up. It was a time where as long as you guys had your houses and your cars and your jobs, everything was okay because you had the overall keep you occupied efforts toward making sure that black people couldn't move up or do anything. So that gave you where your hands were full all the time with your working and all that extra shit, block meetings and all that. What happened is computers and shit came around and new automation came around as to where more jobs started being taken away. And then when jobs were not taken away, the government got so damn greedy for themselves that they started bringing in Mexicans who they had worked the hell out of in another country and broke, that had come over here and be willing to do anything just to get a chance to come and benefit what we take for granted here in this country. So that's what happened. And then white people being pressured from the obvious fact that they being treated like niggas now, watching the Mexicans take all the job and watching the bank do everything they can to get you in more and more debt, you starts to feel like this is what we were doing to black people, and you know that. So in your heart you say, okay, we niggas now. But see, the problem is that you white people are going to be quick to go get guns and fight the government back. The government knows that. They also know the same shit they doing here in America, they're doing over in Europe too. So see, it's only a small amount of them. And they know that the only thing it takes is for all the police forces and everybody that's wearing a badge supporting this 1% of corrupt motherfuckers to just do a 180-degree turn and say, no, tomorrow when we go to work, we killing all those bitches and we're going to turn everything around so everybody can live on this earth. And the sun can turn the spirals back and we all don't have to get our ass burnt the fuck up because you running out of time for that to be available to you. So what I'm saying to you white people is that the reason you see the police macing y'all asses now and spraying y'all asses is because, and hitting you with clubs and overtaxing you and putting you in prison, is because they know that consciousness is going to speed up. And they know when you all wake up and say, bullshit, you're not going to make me be accessory to all this murder and shit no more. You're going to want things to fly straight. They know that. They know the common heartbeat in every side of you white, inside each and every one of you non-Zionist white people, the ones who's not aware of what got done to you, is going to want to see justice done. Just like you guys all got together and coagulated about the Trayvon murder case, you know, even though it wasn't no big bang and everything. Listen, this was white people. More white people came out than I thought would come out. It was all over the country. It's very touching to me because I haven't saw you white people give a damn about no black person being killed before. This is going to put the pressure on the police and let them know, wait a minute, I can't keep doing this because it seems like I'm going to have everybody in America mad at me, and I know my partner in crime, other police, they ain't going to have nothing to do with me. I'm going to be on my own. So keep it up. Let's put pressure on their ass and let them know that bullshit's going to stop. And the next time they come out here like this and be spraying mace on people and all that, everybody just rush them and beat the fuck out of them. You're going to get sprayed anyway. So just rush them and use the power of your crowd and beat the hell out of them. And then I'll let the police know, no, see, because you don't pay me enough money to go out there tomorrow and try to stop these people from having the right to let you know how unpleasant it is for you to keep pimping the fuck out of them. And that's just the true reality of it.
It's new to them has been never explained clearly, although it has been in existence ever since the melanated Yanas thought these structures, which have brought the creation into fruition under the guise of prime creator some 950 billion years ago. You will hear commentators making a mountain of erroneous information, which the unknowing Gentiles are truly amazed at. Many of
See, in 1960, this is the stuff that you all sat back and watched them do to us black people as you angrily threw bottles at us and spit on us as we had our civil rights marches. And these people, along with you white people, threw shit at us, threw piss on us, you know, threw rocks at us. You name it, you guys did it. And you only set the stage for what you're looking at right now for being that way.
you who know your stuff will obviously see right through the game, but for those who don't know galactic history, it can be confusing. First of all, you will hear fabricated voices pretending to be mechanical aliens giving you pertinent information about the Anunnaki and their traveling to planet Earth even now, when in reality
They've always been
it's
there.
a 3,600-year orbit, and the Anunnaki just left out of here 1,800 years ago, which means there is another 1,800 years before they can return. And even then, the planets have to be in a certain position in order for them to even leave their planet and use their spacecraft to get to planet Earth. And it is not promised that this will happen on this particular journey, and will take an additional 3,600 years before they can make the trip to planet Earth from their planet Nibiru once again. It is a slick game these Zionists are playing, which are filled with humongous fabrications, such as the Passover, for instance, where these Zionists have created for the purpose of gaining human support for their efforts at taking over the physical control of planet Earth under the gun and the monopoly money of the Rothschilds. They have given the Gentile, with regards to this new galactic information, the same blonde-haired God the Father sitting in his throne on a cloud with his son Jesus at his right hand and filled with nothing but Germans. People, it is really so foul and funky until I may have to do part 2 in order to decipher this garbage for you.
Referring to the whole area.
Wow.
Can you repeat that again, just in case anybody missed it? The buzzword is...
In the Pentagon, in the, the military circles that are in the know about the cover-up here, they kind of, in whisper tones, talk about the return of the Sumerian gods. And they're talking about what we would call both aliens or fallen angels returning into the Middle East, into old Super area. Beyond an alchemy.
The gods are returning, not in babies. They have started with a trickle, with both random and carefully planned mass sightings. Soon the event will be upon us, and the Illuminati won't be returning them and saying, we will meet our makers, we will meet our ancestors, and the world will wake from the dream of orphanage to remember our parents, our guardians. These are not invaders.
Okay, enough of this corny stuff, and let's just decipher this pale-skinned, blonde-haired Father, one and only God, and his German son Jesus at his right side, along with everyone dressed in white robes. Now all they need are pointed hats and hoods like the ones they wear over at the Bohemian Grove on the Moloch baby sacrifice rituals. It would be appropriate. This image demonstrates what an ignorant and infantile God concept the Christian Caucasian has, and not a melanated human found among the 99.9% blackness of the universe and of the creation itself is to be found there. When it comes to defining anything, white folks need never to open their mouths again in life. Because, as Dr. Lord Pye states in his book, everything you know is wrong. Over at Stanford University, they carry the Big Bang theory of one universe for several generations, and never knowing that there are more universes than there are tiny grains of sand in the state of California and the Bohemian Grove, as I keep saying. They don't have a clue about multidimensionality, parallel leaping from one universe to the next, folding time, being able to think where one wants to be and concentrate strongly enough in order to move the ethers with respect to the Time Lords and be there instantaneously, then to rematerialize the body or whatever else one has or cares to manifest instantly after their arrival. The God concept of Western devilization is puny and unintelligent in relationship to the reality of what existence truly is in this creation by Prime Creator and the Yanas.
Okay, on that note, what he just said, I want to show you something so I can help cooperate. All right, you see this? This book says the electron. You see that, right? It says something of the subatomic particles, a product of the subatomic particles, I think. And then this one says, as you can see, the neutron, right? Okay, and then of course, this one right here says the proton.